Dear viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Ganit Shiksha. As this channel is based on mathematics, so here you will get all the latest updates and more important discussions related to mathematics. Today, I am going to discuss with you about most important 5 sums and its solutions from the chapter Triangle of class 10. So before to start, those who have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and hit the bell icon for upcoming latest updates. These most important 5 questions and its solutions are from the whole chapter of the triangles. So I request you please see the full video. So let's start the video.
Question number 1. If AD and PM are medians of triangle ABC and triangle PQR respectively, where triangle ABC is similar triangle PQR, then prove that AB by PQ equals to AD by PM. So you need to prove that AB by PQ equals to AD by PM. And here the condition is given: AD and PM are both the medians of the triangle ABC and triangle PQR, and also both the triangles ABC and PQR are similar. So let's go for the solution. So for that we need the diagram. So here you can see the diagram that the two triangle ABC and triangle PQR both are the similar, that is given, as well as AD and PM are the medians. That means D is the midpoint of BC and M is the midpoint of QR. Okay, so let's go for the proof. Here it is given that both the triangles are similar, and you know that if the triangles are similar, then corresponding angles will be equal. So we can write angle B equals to angle Q. Okay, so we got angle B equals to Q, as well as the corresponding sides will be proportional. That is AB and PQ and BC and QR. Therefore, AB by PQ equals to BC by QR. That we are getting from the similarity conditions. Okay. So now, as AD is the median, so D is the midpoint. So if D is the midpoint, so BC is twice of BD. Same as PM is the median, so M is the midpoint. Therefore QR is twice of QM. So that we will apply here. So that we can write in place of BC, that is twice of BD. So we can write in place of BC, that is twice of BD by twice of QM. Okay, because BC is twice of BD and QR is twice of QM, as D is the midpoint of BC and M is the midpoint of QR. Okay, so we can cancel both two. That is, we are getting AB by PQ equals to BD by QM by cancelling both the 2's from numerator and denominator. Okay, so now we have the two triangle ABD and PQM, and we will prove that these two triangles are similar, and we are getting that part. We have, therefore, in triangle ABD and triangle PQM, we are having AB by PQ equals to BD by QM, and we have angle B equals to angle Q, that earlier proved. Angle B equals to angle Q. Okay, so from here we can see that two sides and included angle, that is side angle side property holds. So the triangle ABD is similar to triangle PQM by SAS similarity criteria. We can show that both the triangles are similar, and with that similarity criteria, for these similar triangles we have the sides are proportional, so we can get AB by PQ is equals to the medians AD by PM. Okay, so that we need to prove, and we got the result. Okay, so this is the very important sum as well as most interesting sum. This is not a big question. This is of 3 marks question, and you need to solve it properly. Okay, so this is our question number 1. So let us see the question number 2. Prove that the area of equilateral triangle described on the side of a square is half the area of the equilateral triangle described on one of its diagonal. Okay, so whatever you need to prove that the equilateral triangle described on one side of a square is half the area of the equilateral triangle described on one of its diagonal. Okay, so for that again we have to draw one figure, and after that we can prove it. So let's go for it. So let's see the figure. You can see the figure that ABCD is a square and equilateral triangle BCE on the side of BC, and diagonal is EC. There is also one equilateral triangle, that is ACF. Okay, so that we have written, let ABCD is a square and triangle BCE and triangle ACF are the equilateral triangle described on the diagonal AC and BC. BCE is on the side BC and ACF is on the side of the diagonal, that is AC. And we need to prove that area of the triangle BCE is equals to half of the area of the triangle ACF. That we need to prove. Okay, so how to prove that? Let me show you now. So here you can see कि both the triangle BCE and ACF are equilateral, and we have learned earlier that equilateral triangles are equiangular, means all the angles are 60 degree. So all the equilateral triangles have the same angles. So by using the property of angle we can prove that two triangles, if equilateral, so they will become similar. So that we are writing, since triangle BCE and triangle ACF are equilateral, okay, so therefore they are equiangular, therefore triangle BCE is similar with triangle ACF as they are equiangular. Okay, and in part 4 you have the theorem that the similarity of triangles, that area of the two similar triangles is equals to the ratio of the square of the corresponding sides. So that we have to use it here. Therefore area of triangle BCE by area of triangle ACF equals to square of the corresponding sides. So that corresponding side is BC and AC. So that is BC square by AC square. Okay, we can write it because from that part 3 area of similar triangles theorem we can get that. Okay, and now that we are keeping as condition 1. Now we need to find the formula of the diagonal. What is the formula of diagonal that you have learned in the junior class? That diagonal AC equals to the square diagonal. The diagonal of a square has a formula √2 into side. Side we can take as BC, so it will be √2 into BC. Okay, so as the formula of the diagonal of square is √2 into side, so side it can be BC because all the sides of the squares are equal, so we can take √2 into BC. Now we will replace this AC by √2 into BC. Therefore we are getting from 1, area of triangle BCE by area of triangle ACF equals to BC square by √2 into BC whole square, and it will give BC square by 2 BC square. Both BC square will eliminate and it will give half. So therefore from here we conclude area of triangle BCE equals to half by doing cross multiplication, half into area of triangle ACF, and that is the proof that we need to prove in the proof section, because we need to prove that is in the required to proof. You have that area of BCE is equals to half of the area of triangle ACF. This is the proof of the second question. This is one of the important sum. So this is the third important question, that is, in an equilateral triangle ABC, D is a point on BC such that BD equals to 1/3 BC. You need to prove that 9AD square equals to 7AB square. Okay, so this is one of the important proof, and for that again we have to draw the figure and we'll proceed for the proof. You can see the figure. The figure is given. ABC is a equilateral triangle, and where D is a point on BC such that BD equals to 1/3 of BC. So that part is written, that the given condition. Okay, so here we need to construct that. What is the construction? We are drawing one perpendicular from A on BC, and that we are taking as E. So AE is perpendicular on BC, so that we are taking as construction. So we write let AE perpendicular BC. So we have taken AE perpendicular BC. Okay, and we know that in equilateral triangle the altitude from the vertex on the base becomes the median. So it will bisect the base, that is E will become the midpoint. So we are having BE equals to CE equals to half of BC, because AE bisect the base BC. Okay, so now we need to find the value of the DE. What will be DE? Therefore DE equals to BE minus BD. BE minus BD becomes DE, and we have the value BE is half of BC minus 1/3 of BC. Okay, so by calculation we are getting BC by 6, because 2 3 is 6 is the LCM, and 3BC minus 2BC gives 1BC. So BC by 6 is DE. Okay, now you can see that in triangle AED, angle AED is 90 degree. So in right triangle AED we can use Pythagoras theorem. So using Pythagoras theorem, so what we are getting, that we can get the hypotenuse square AD square equals to AE square plus DE square. Okay, now we can take D square to the left, so therefore we are getting AD square minus DE square equals to AE square. Okay, and we have that the value of DE is BC by 6, so that we are replacing here. So this will become AD square minus BC by 6 whole square equals to AE square, and that's the condition 1 we have got. Okay, so that is the condition 1 from the right triangle AED. Again we will take the right triangle AEB. Again we will use the Pythagoras theorem, so that we are taking in right triangle AEB using Pythagoras theorem. So we are getting again the hypotenuse is AB, so AB square equals to AE square plus BE square, perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, again we will take BE square to the left, so it will become AB square minus BE square equals to AE square. Okay, Now we have the value of BE. BE is, you can see, that is half of BC. So that value we are putting here. So we are getting AB square minus BC by 2 whole square equals to AE square. Okay, that AE square. That is condition 2. Okay, so we got two conditions, first condition and second condition, and in both conditions you can see the RHS part is same, AE square. So from both the conditions, as RHS are same, so this left side parts are will be equal. So that we are writing from 1 and 2. What we are getting? AD square minus BC square by 36, that is BC by 6 whole square, equals to AB square minus BC square by 4. Okay. So this part we have got, and now what we will take? We will shift this BC square to the right side. So it will become, and you know that the triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle, so all three sides AB, BC and AC all are equal. So we can replace this BC by AB. So simultaneously we are shifting this. So we are getting AD square equals to AB square plus this BC square become AB square by 36. This BC square become AB square minus by 4. Okay, why we have taken? No, we can write AB equals to BC. Okay, because the triangle is isosceles, and from here you can see that 36 will be the LCM. Okay, so that we are taking AD square equals to 36 will be LCM, and doing the calculation we are getting 28 AB square. Okay, and you can see 28 and 36 will be divisible by 4, and it will give 7 AB square by 9, and do the cross multiplication, you are getting your answer as 9 AB square equals to 7 AB square, and that's the proof of the question. This is one of the most important question that I have solved here. It is very easy to solve by using Pythagoras theorem, but you need to understand the method, that when and which triangle we have to take to do the Pythagoras theorem. So this is all about the question number 3. Now see the question number 4, that prove that 3 times the square of any side of an equilateral triangle is equal to 4 times the square of the altitude. Okay, so you need to prove that in an equilateral triangle the square 3 times the square of any side is equal to 4 times the square of its altitude. Okay, so let's go for the solution with a drawing. We need the figure for that. So here you can see the diagram. ABC is an equilateral triangle, and where AD is the altitude. Altitude means the perpendicular on BC. So that we have taken, let ABC is an equilateral triangle and AD perpendicular BC. Okay, so here we need to show that both the triangle ADB and ADC are congruent. So how that? So let me show you here. In triangle ADB and triangle ADC, what we are getting? We are getting hypotenuse, that the part AB and AC are equal, because triangle ABC are equal. So we can write AB equals to BC equals to AC, because all three sides are equal, as the triangle is an equilateral triangle. So we got the both hypotenuse parts are equal. We have a right angle, that is ADB is equals to ADC, both are right angle. Okay, and we have a common side, that is AD. So AD equals to AD. So by using RHS property, we have got triangle ADB is congruent with triangle ADC by the property RHS of the congruency. So as we have got the triangles are congruent, so we can use CPCT, and by CPCT we can get BD equals to CD. Therefore BD equals to CD by CPCT. Okay, so by using CPCT we have got BD equals to CD. That means D is the midpoint. So BD and CD both are equals to half of BC. So that we can write, therefore BD equals to half of BC, as BC is equals to AB because all the sides are same. So we can write BD equals to half of AB also. Okay, so we got BD equals to half of AB because all the three sides of the triangle ABC are equal. So now in right triangle ADB, you can see the right triangle ADB, we can use the Pythagoras there. So that we are using in right triangle ADB using Pythagoras. So by using Pythagoras we can write AB square equals to AD square plus BD square. Okay, so now we will replace BD by half of AB, so that will become AD square plus half of AB whole square, that gives 1/4 AB square. Okay, so we have got AB square equals to AD square plus 1/4 of AB square. So this 1/4 AB square will move to the left side and it will give AB square minus 1/4 AB square equals to AD square. So in the LHS you can see it will do the LCM, and LCM will be 4, and 4 AB square minus AB square gives 3 AB square, that is 3/4 AB square equals to AD square after calculation. Okay, so now we can do the cross multiplication with 4, so it will give 3AB square equals to 4AD square. That we need to prove. Okay, because the condition has given 3 times the square of any side, that is any side we have taken AB, so 3AB square is 4 times the square of the altitude, that is AD square. So 3 into square of any side is equals to 4 times of the square of the altitude. So that's the proof of the question number 4, and this is very important. It came earlier many times in the board exam, so you need to prepare for it. Also you need to see the description box and the I option on the top of the screen. There you will get some related classroom videos of different topics and previous parts, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 of the triangles. The last most important question, that is question number 5, that prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of a rhombus is equal to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. You know that the rhombus has 4 equal sides, so we need to prove that the sum of the squares of the sides is equals to the sum of the squares of its diagonals. It has 2 different diagonals, so their square sum is equals to sum of the squares of its sides. So let's prove it by using the figure. Here you can see the figure that the rhombus ABCD is a rhombus, and where the diagonals AC and BD bisect each other at O at right angle. This is the property of right angle, that you know that the diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at right angle. So the diagonals AC and BD bisect each other at O at right angle. So that we have written ABCD is a rhombus with diagonals bisect each other at O at right angle. And whatever we need to prove, we need to prove that the square of the sides of the rhombus, sum of the squares, that is AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square, is equals to sum of the squares of its diagonals, that is AC square plus BD square. Okay, so let's go for proof. So how to prove that? You can see that we have the right angle, and also we have the diagonals bisect each other. As the diagonals AC and BD bisect each other, so since AC and BD bisect each other at O, so we can write, therefore OA equals to OC and OB equals to OD. We can write that. As well as we have angle AOB equals to BOC, COD, AOD. All four angles are right angle, because these four angles will be right angle, because it is bisect each other at right angle also. Okay, so in triangle AOB, you can see it is a right angle triangle. So here you can use the Pythagoras. So in right triangle AOB, using Pythagoras, we are getting AB square equals to OA square plus OB square. AB square equals to OA square plus OB square. Okay, and as we got OA equals to OC, so that means OA is half of AC and OB is OD, so OB is half of BD, so that we can use it here, half of AC whole square plus half of BD whole square. Why is it that you have to write OA equals to half of AC and OB equals to half of BD? That you need to write it, because we are using this part. So what we are getting? We are getting AB square equals to 1/4 AC square plus 1/4 BD square. Clear? So now we will multiply both sides by 4, so that we are getting 4 times of AB square equals to AC square plus BD square. Okay, and these 4 AB square, that is AB square, we can write AB square plus AB square plus AB square plus AB square, because 4 AB square equals to AC square plus BD square. Clear? So that we have got from 4 AB square. Now as this is a rhombus, so rhombus has all 4 sides are equal. So AB equals to BC equals to CD equals to AD, all 4 sides are equal. So that AB will be replaced by that side. So we can write AB square plus this AB square can be BC, so BC square. This AB can be CD, so this is CD square. This AB can be AD, so it is AD square equals to whatever is the RHS. And you can see we have got our proof, because all 4 sides are equal as ABCD is a rhombus. So here you can write, since ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, so as it is rhombus, so all 4 sides will be equal. So AB can be replaced as BC, can be CD and can be AD. So that the proof of this important sum. This is one of the most important question from it, and you need to practice it, because this type of question can come in exam. Hope you have understand these 5 questions. These are the most important question from your triangles, as well as in previous part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4 you will get more related sums of the topic and more theorems.
Thank you for watching this video of the problem solving of the questions. Hope you have liked it. If you really like it, click on the like button and share it to your groups, friends and mates. Thank you for watching, and subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed it. Thank you.